Hey guys, welcome back to Easeldoesitstudio. So today we are going to do this dragon mold. I had done this once last year and I had done it with UV resin, and then my UV resin like dislodged, and yeah, it was a mess. So we are going to revisit it, but I'm going to paint it with I've got the intense Chameleon powders out. I've only got 4 left of these. I've got the regular Chameleon powders out by Let's Resin. And I've also got some chrome. So I don't know exactly which colors I'm doing with what yet, but all right, so I think we're going to do the dragon itself in the chrome green, because I do want that to be kind of intense. So I'll start doing it, and then I might put you on a little time lapse to save on time. I'll see, you know, how I am with my time. And then we are going to do something with this after. Instead of just leaving it a plaque, we're going to do something different. So I'm just going to go in with this regular, like a medium size round brush. And we're just going to start getting the dragon himself colored in. And I will kind of have to clean up as I go. Even though this doesn't fly away too bad, I still am going to get, you know, a little bit of flyaway here. Let me try this brush. This might work a little bit better because it's more angled. That way I can get the sides. So I'm going to try to get just the outside so that I know kind of where I'm going with this, because I want the wings to be a different color. And probably his toes as well. Yeah, so this brush is working good. And I'm not going to have as much cleanup with this brush, I believe. I guess I'm going to do his feet in the same color. We can always paint over them after. Okay, so we've got one done. And then I will put this in the new curing machine. Oh my gosh, guys, that thing is amazing. So I'm almost thinking, because I'm going to pour this in black. So I'm thinking I'm going to leave the rim. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do it in, maybe I'll do it in purple, because I think the backdrop is going to be a black when we get to that. So how is everybody's weekend going? We are in a severe drought right now here in Maine. And I do want his spiny things to be a different color as well. So that's why I'm not doing those. Now, I'm sure I'm going to probably end up doing a part of this that I shouldn't. Every time I do these molds, I always think one thing is connected and it's not. And yeah, but we will see. And I almost, although the horns I should have did the colors that I'm going to, yeah, maybe wipe that off. Okay. So we've got our two dragons. Oh, and I forgot a foot over here. That's why it's always important, guys, to turn your piece over and when you can and look from the other side. It took me a while to figure that out, but that way you have less chance of forgetting to paint something. Okay, so now he looks like he's painted. So I'm gonna clean this brush off. That one seems to be working good. And then just going to wipe over the higher spots and get off any of that green that we kind of went over. So I'm still contemplating. I was almost thinking of pouring it in a like a bronze color, because it's kind of has like a wood grain. Putting some back where I took it off. right, I think that is looking good. Let me take a little micro brush, and I'm gonna get this little horn. I'm gonna clean that out. And then we're gonna put that in whatever color we do the spine thingies. Green. Let's do I want his wings to be the dark blue. So let's do this dark magenta for his little pointy things. All right, I need a different, let me see if this brush will work. Yeah, this is going to be, I think this will be a little bit better. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put you on a time lapse, and you can just watch me paint this, and then I'll be back for the next step. Okay, so I got that all painted, and it's looking pretty good. I ended up using the bronze for the background color. And this is just the Let's Resin pre-colored black 1-to-1 epoxy. And I do have discount codes in the description. And if you can't find like a particular item and you know it's Let's Resin, you can just go to their website. And I do have the Canada and the UK website now listed too. I finally figured out how to do that. But you can always just go to their, click my link, go to their website, and then, you know, search for it if it's mica powders or whatever. And there is also a discount code in there for you guys, as well as discount codes on the curing machine. So what I did is I turned this base over. So we're going to run it on the flat. So I did make sure I checked there's enough room, so that's not going to get into my light. And then we're going to just pour it in black and keep our fingers crossed that it comes out okay. Because I think what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to make it like a plaque. So I have a piece of wood that I want to mount it on. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to paint the wood black. And then we're going to attach this to it. And I'll probably decorate around it a little bit. We'll have to see how it positions on the board. So yeah. So I'll just get this mixed up. So that did take me quite a while to get that painted. So I'm glad I did it on a time lapse. So hopefully you guys will, you know, won't get so bored, but yet you still saw the process. And I definitely found this one to be easier to clean with a baby wipe. And I was still able to get into some of those little grooves. So hopefully I got them all. And then at the end, what I did is I just took my big new fluffy brush that I got as Happy Mail, and I went over the whole thing because I was afraid of these little ones having brush marks by putting it in with the little micro brush. So I went over it with the big fluffy brush, and kind of hopefully that way I blended everything in. Yeah, so I don't know. We will find out in a couple of hours, because this will only take 2 hours and we will be able to demold, which that will give me time to get my board painted. And this is just my Easeldoesitstudio hand mixer. This is the first thing that I actually got. I really like this this particular mixer. I really like the Let's Resin too, but this one, I don't know, it just seems to be more consistent on the speed. So I really like this one. And then I will just, and I'm not going to run this through the debubbler. This should debubble really well on its own. It's not that deep. So we'll see. If I end up getting bubbles, well, then we know next time we got to run it through. But plus it's, the whole thing is coated in a mica powder, so it's not like you would really see any bubbles anyways. All right, let me just get a bigger stick, and we're just gonna kind of make sure. And I mixed up 8 ounces. I'm hoping it's enough. Oh my God, that scanner has been going off all day. All right, so, and now we're just gonna pour, guys. And there's really no, like, tiny, tiny little spots that you really kind of have to worry about. If I can remember from last year when I poured this, there's not a lot of trap bubble areas. And this would have been really cute last time I made it, had I not screwed up my UV resin. Oh, yay. I mean, it could use a little bit more, but I'm not going to worry about it because we are going to mount this on a wooden plaque. And we're not going to have any extras today. Wow. All right, I am going to get my spatula out. And as soon as I can find it. is it? Well, I guess I'm going to be opening my oven. I grabbed a new one out just in case. And yeah, I can't find my spatula. So we'll just use this one. Because I only put a few at a time so I can kind of have some good ones. Because I am so messy. All right. I'm going to wipe this off. I'm going to spray it with some alcohol, and I'm going to give this a good spray. And then I'm just going to wipe this clean. There we go, just like brand new. Okay. Oh, I do see, I don't know if that's a piece of floating powder or something. So the other thing that I really like with this curing machine is the fact that it has a cover and it's not difficult to get on. All right, so you don't get any little fly bits in your piece. Okay, and I've got like this much room to the light. So I'm gonna turn it on. Oh, and we're gonna hit it on flat. And then we're going to hit the temperature, 140. We're going to leave it at that. And we're good to go. In 2 hours, I will be back. And we will get this finished up. Alrighty, guys. See you in a minute. Okay, guys. So, this is all cured. So, I'm going to slide this out of the way. And... okay, so this had about a couple more minutes to go, but I shut it off because I want to get this done. But we got no big bubbles on the back. I love this machine. So that's looking good. Oh, I hope this comes out good. All right, so our mold came out nice and clean. Do you like how I did that? Flipped it quick. Oh, that did come out amazing. Wow. I impressed myself. Holy moly. All right, so we need to, he has a little eye right here. And now I just need a micro brush here. I'm going to dip it in some alcohol. And we are ouch. Yeah, the alcohol really kills my hands, guys. There we go. And I believe, all right, I'm just going to use, let me try this marker. There we go. That's much better. And let's just do his little tiny claws in black, just so they kind of show a little bit. Yeah. I think that is cute. And the outside, I think, would be black because you'd see that little claw. There we go. Okay, so, wow, that came out so good. I could have picked a different color for that, but, I mean, that's okay. So, I did paint my piece of wood. And, let's see. So we're going to put that like that. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of rope, put it on the back. I'll have my husband staple it, and I'll have like a hanger. And I'm going to put this on my front door. But, let's see here if I can. I just want to add like a little something around this piece. Kind of something for fall. And then, you know, I'll just kind of, I will glue them down. And then I have some of these. That we could I do want to cover the stem if possible. Let's see. Because what I'll probably do is glue them, and then I will glue the piece down. And or maybe maybe keep a few of the brighter ones, but put some of the darker ones. Let's see, let's move these. And I know, guys, I'm sorry, I talk too much on my videos, but, sometimes you just you've got to talk yourself through the process. Maybe I like just the darker ones. Let's see if I did something like this. Don't know. I have so many different flowers that I could add into this. Let's see. Bring in some of the purple and the black. What to do. All right. Let me get my snippers. Maybe. Yeah, maybe I put that at the top. Let's see, maybe. All right, let me just get this glued down. I think we're gonna go with this in the middle. So I'm going to use some of my E6000, and we're gonna use some of the new glue to get the edges tacked down. All right, so let's I should have trimmed the edge a little bit, but I think we're going to be good with that. And then I'll put some of this on. And this will just kind of help hold it in place until that E6000 sets up. Okay. Yeah. So, and then I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use this. I don't know how this works on painted surfaces. There we go. Yeah, I think that one will look better underneath. There we go. Just to kind of have it be like fallish looking. All right, just a couple of different spots. So I will put some of the glue here, and that way we can lock them in. And okay. And where's my little snippies? And that can go there. And that one can go there. And I think all right, I think we're going to put this down in there. All right, I guess I'm going to use a little E6000, and then I will use that to lock, just to kind of lock it in. And then, if I can find a spot. And, all right, and then we'll just tack this right here to the leaf. Okay, and we have our little plaque, but do we? Sorry here, I'm trying to. I think that would work. I mean, I know dragons are not like fallish, but I just wanted to do something different. Okay, I'm gonna spray the pumpkin and lock that in. Just need a little bit more. There we go. Okay. And there is our little wall plaque. So what I'll do is I'll have my husband put a piece of twine, and I'll use that as a hanger. So I might end up, I don't know, putting something, you know, something else kind of at the top here. I don't know. No, I think I'm just going to leave it like that. So yeah, so that is our cute little project for today. And I'll just have the, I don't have a thingy ding down here to staple the twine on, but I'll just cut a piece, have my husband get his little stapler, and so I'm just going to use this. I mean, I could glue it, I suppose, on the back like that. So that's how it will hang. I just think if he, you know, he staples them in, they're going to be more, they're going to be stronger. So yeah. So that is our gorgeous little piece. Alrighty, guys, I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.